Marianne Gillespie, CEO of Red Apple Coaching Consulting. Wow, you gotta love this bad hair today. But anyway, that's how it is. I'm leaving for my Ironman in just a couple of hours. So that's why it's kind of a little bit all over the place. And I've got myself a beautiful shiner from actually a little bit of an accident this weekend. So like everything, life is what it is. All right, so here's the scoop. This is my favorite. Okay, so this is the book of the month, and it's Building a Story Brand. Okay, and it's called Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. And oh my gosh, let me tell you something. I'm jonesing on this book. I literally love this book. Sorry, I'm just repositioning everything here. So this is one of my favorite books. For those of you who are making it through this little bit of a disorganized video as it appears. Anyway, it's one of my favorite books. And the reason why this is one of my favorite books is because this is all about brand marketing. And a lot of us, like we start on this marketing journey and we're not building an actual story behind our brand. And what this book teaches you, it talks to you about clarifying your message, but creating an amazing, compelling story to go along with it, which, by the way, allows people to identify with you, but it equally attracts more consumers. So when you're looking at it, he covers some of the things like creating a brand script. I mean, I never even thought of that, how to create a brand script, to be a hero, how the public loves to see where you've come from. I've always said, you know what, I don't like talking about where I come from. I don't want people to feel sorry for me, but that's not how it is. It's about how they identify to you. And if you become a hero in the end, that's what they love. What is a problem? You always want to have a problem in your brand, the guide on how to get there, then the plan, how to call into action, how to deal with negative stakes, which is huge in our businesses, how to deal with positive stakes, how to transform yourself. The point is that he explains how to create the most effective marketing and branding behind your business. So for a lot of us, we automatically copy, we rip off and duplicate what other people have, or we go down a path, but it talks about also the two major errors that we tend to make in our businesses as we're building a brand in marketing and marketing stories. I personally listen to this book every single year. You will hear me talk about this, but here the thing is most of us market to fail. And that's what we don't realize is we're wondering, and we're paying all this money on social media to create this branding of beautiful images and pictures, but that's not the story. I'll go to somebody's branding messages online and I'll take a look and I'll try to figure out what is their story, because everything looks perfect. They don't look like they're a hero of everything. Everything looks fantastic. And you know what? What they do is brands don't articulate, and he talks about this in the book, they don't actually articulate how they help people prosper or how they'll help you stay alive. Like that's what a brand really should be doing. Now, brand should speak to people. It should be attracting people through your stories. Okay, but a lot of people will just put out pictures and social media stuff that looks really good. So you have to always remember is Building a Story Brand, probably one of the best books. You can get it by audio. I would probably suggest getting it by audio so you can listen to it all the time, sitting down with a pen and paper. Do not whiz through this book. Do not even try to be doing something else and listening to this book. This is a book where you're going to learn so much and you're going to write down so much. It even goes into detail about how your website should be positioned for your story brand. I mean, this thing is genius. So truth is like we're revamping all of our websites and stuff. And I'm listening to it one more time so I can actually go through it, work on some of the exercises in the books and do it. So if branding is something that you're interested in and you find that your brand is good, but there's no story behind it, that, here's a very simple thing. Go to like 5 or 6 people around you and say, what is it? If you're looking at my stuff, what's my brand? What would you say my brand is? And if they say, well, your brand is luxury homes. Oh, okay. Well, what story does that tell you about me? Like that's what I do. But I mean, what story does that say? And just listen. If your story and your brand aren't very well articulated, this is the book for you. You're going to literally walk away from this and go, it's going to be such an identifier to your true self. I think you're going to love it. So anyway, I cannot say enough about this book. And as you know, every month we're dipping you into different areas. So take a listen to this book, get it on Audible. And I tell you right now, literally get your pen and paper ready. And my biggest suggestion, listen to it every year. You will never get tired of this book. It is epic and awesome, and you're going to love it. All right. Hope you enjoy it. We'll see you later.